He's wild. He's sweet. He'll shred your couch on a whim, then come crawling back to you, purring happily at your feet. His behavior may be erratic, but he's still the world's best cat, who deserves nothing less than world's best cat litter. The #1 natural and sustainable litter brand with no harmful chemicals or silica dust. Trade your clay today. Get world's best cat litter for the world's best cat.
Introducing the Planet Fitness, you can still join a gym in 2022 sale. Join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry, deal ends Friday, December 30th. See Home Club for details.
You are now listening to the hottest true crime podcast in the streets.
Season's greetings and welcome to another Tales from the Hood mini-sode. I'm Alvin Williams, in case you guys didn't know that, and I'm joined as always by my partner in true crime, Franta Evans. Fran, how are you enjoying the holiday season?
I go into Christmas now like
I'm gonna get nothing.
If I get something, then cool.
Cool,
but
not expecting.
I'm not like 10 years
PlayStation
old. Like,
5.
Oh man, I can't wait.
I can't wait to open up the PlayStation 5.
Right.
It's not a PlayStation 5.
What I do though,
under there for you.
I buy my own stuff gifts. So I'm excited about that.
That's my Christmas now.
I
just get what I want to get.
Yeah, so I went out there my shopping and then I bought me some stuff. I bought me a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And I haven't touched it till.
Oh, you do that too?
Yeah.
Oh, I buy it in the Christmas season. I just open it immediately.
I'll wait.
I'm in.
I'll wait.
You like to give yourself a little you like to have a nice Christmas too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go, oh man.
Yeah.
Thanks, me.
That's exactly what I wanted. How did you know, me?
Thanks, me. This is awesome.
How did you guess?
Yeah, I always have a good time. But I don't expect other people to give me anything.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Might do that next year. Might do that next year because next year, mom's is leaving the state. I'm gonna be here. It's gonna be my first.
Is this your first Christmas now by yourself?
Well, she's not here right now, but she will be here on Christmas Day.
Okay.
So this will be our last Christmas.
Got you.
So next year, she probably will want me to come out to visit her.
Yeah.
But when I'm home, it will be my Christmas at home by myself. And so I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Have myself some nice little stuff under the tree for me.
Yeah.
Instead of just buying it because once it gets cold, that's what I do. It's a Christmas present to myself. Some AirPods.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it under the tree and wait.
Do that.
Let myself get excited and can't wait.
It's a great feeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot.
Because you won't be disappointed.
Exactly, because I know I'm gonna love it.
Right.
It's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow suit with this. I like this. I like this idea. But to everybody out there, thank you for listening. Thank you for submitting Tales from the Hood emails.
Yeah,
and
keep them coming.
Keep them coming, please. 2023 is right around the corner. We're gonna need more crazy experiences from you guys in the new year because we can't do this. Project this podcast this. Iteration of Affirmative Murder without your emails. Really, without your emails, we're not doing anything at all on here. We're just coming on here and talking about how our Christmas went. So without any further ado, without any Freddie ado, remember that guy? He was playing soccer. He was good. I don't even know if he was good. He was American. Phenom. He was American. Right? Yeah, he was a phenom. He was like LeBron James rookie year of soccer.
Definitely was.
And then it faded away really quickly. Nobody cared really quickly.
There's a documentary about that.
About Freddie Adu?
Yeah.
He has a documentary?
It's either a documentary or it's a podcast.
About Freddie Adu. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's definitely a podcast. It's definitely
it's a podcast?
Because I remember hearing a clip and I remember him talking about like
the hype.
It was crazy. And then once you fall off a clip, people hate you.
What happened was people were like, oh yeah, we don't care about soccer here. I think it was like everybody was like, "Oh, he's so good at soccer, we're excited." And then the reality kicked in of like football season started and stuff, and people were like, "Oh yeah, we don't really care about that here."
Yeah.
So who cares? He didn't win us a World Cup. America's never. We've never won. So he didn't win us a World Cup. So it was like, go back and continue playing American soccer. I guess nobody will watch. Was it indoor soccer? No. Never mind. I thought he played real soccer. Okay, yeah, sorry. I didn't want to disrespect him further. Yeah, that's the only context I know of. Apparently, Baltimore has like the best indoor soccer team in the history of indoor soccer.
They always win like
the championship. Yeah, they're like the best. And it's like, who gives a shit? Like nobody gives a shit.
Cares.
They give away free tickets at Burger King.
You're
and
a
stuff.
laughing stock.
Yeah, and you're the best. That's crazy. That's so disrespectful. Like, who gives a shit? We laugh. It's a joke. Oh, Baltimore Blast.
Yeah.
And you're the best of it.
Yeah.
So imagine being the worst of the indoor soccer teams. That's got to be a terrible feeling. Anyway, let's kick off these emails with one from a listener named Corey. The header is, my best friend's dad killed someone. I was close with my best friend and college roommates' family, even living at their house for a while so I could work a job in their town. Their dad is a big guy, like 6'5". He's a very mellow and sweet dude of very few words.
6'5".
6'5". Big boy.
That's a big dude, man.
Big old guy. And they're also saying big, so not just
Wide,
tall.
yeah.
Like a big presence.
Shit.
He's a very mellow and sweet dude of very few words and a dry sense of humor, who's involved in a lot of church work. I forget how the topic came up, but one day my friend told me my dad killed a guy in the 70s.
Excuse me?
Kind of chat. That's kind of weird. Just bring that up out of the blue.
Eating lunch.
Yeah, right. Just eating. Let's go sound. My dad murdered a person. I'm like, what? And they go, and I was like, what? What happened? And he was like, it was the 70s. And I was like, that's not a real answer.
No big deal.
Yeah, it was the 70s, man. People were dying. Different Strokes was out. Like, it was just a different time. The Brady Bunch, homicide. It was just a different time. I think he was trying to reassure me that he hadn't killed anyone recently. Not that the 70s were the reason. What had happened was he and his cousin were at a bar when some dude started harassing his cousin. Context being, his cousin was openly gay, and this was the 70s. My friend's dad stepped in to defend him, and a fight broke out. He was a very big, very strong guy. He just dropped him. The man died, and my friend's dad was convicted of manslaughter.
Oh, like a sucker punch.
Well, they said a
Not a
fight
sucker
broke
punch,
out, but he
like
hit him. He punched him to death, is what they're saying in this email.
I mean, there's a lot of power.
Embarrassing, by the way.
I mean, there's a lot of power behind a 6'5".
Oh, yeah. When that torque,
yeah.
When he cocks back, oh, yeah, no. Still embarrassing. I mean, rest in peace to the guy, but like to get punched out to death is crazy.
Not if you get head trauma. Maybe he could have
Maybe he fell and hit his head or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what they're saying in the email. In the email, they're saying he cocked back, punched this dude, and he died.
All right.
That's what I'm reading, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, maybe he fell, knocked him out, fell down, banged his head on the ground, and then he died. He died from brain swelling. But what they're saying is this big, giant 6'5" guy cocked back his fist, punched this guy, punched this homophobe in the face, and he died.
Yeah.
So that's fucking crazy. And if that's how it happened, shit, don't fuck with this guy. And he's a gentle giant, apparently. He's defending his gay cousin. I'm on this guy's side. I mean, listen, you don't kill people, but like he didn't mean to. This is manslaughter.
It's manslaughter.
Yeah, so he was defending his gay cousin. That's all he was trying to do. He just happened to be that dude. He happened to be One Punch Man.
Wait, is manslaughter not like second degree is not the same?
I think it's the same.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. It's unintentional homicide.
Right, okay.
So he spent some time in jail and was paroled for good behavior, being a model prisoner and showing remorse for his actions. He never got in trouble from anyone inside once they learned he'd killed a guy. It makes me think how just one stupid decision in the heat of the moment can change or end someone's life. The thing is, I knew all this before I went to live with them. If anything, I felt safer there because despite having killed someone, his dad was not violent or a homophobe. While I couldn't say the same for my own parents. Oh, okay, damn, shots fired. I never told my parents, but they didn't like me going there. I think because they suspected me and my friend were gay, which we were, and hooking up, which we were. I lost touch with that friend when he moved away, but I hope his parents are doing well. Love the pod. You guys always make me laugh and always make me think. Keep doing what you do. Corey, you can use my name. So I said Corey in the beginning. Shout out to Corey.
Great story.
Thank you for that. That was amazing. Again, I don't want to be mean to the guy, but fuck that guy. He's homophobic and he was harassing someone and he got dealt with. It wasn't intended to be to the extreme that the dealt with was intended to be. But if you were standing next to a 6'5" guy, you know what I'm probably not going to do? Pick a fight.
Yeah.
If I'm not built, if my jaw's not built for a 6'5" torque.
I don't think he was expecting to go toe to toe with that guy.
Do you think he saw a gay guy and was like, I'll fucking harass this dude and then beat him up?
Yeah.
Maybe the cousin, his friend's dad was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then you're like, hey, fairy, you're gay. And then a monster comes out of the bathroom and is like, are you homophobic? Like his voice is really deep and scary. And then he just like banged their two heads together and they died. So yeah, man. Hey, listen, They got dealt with. I don't know what to tell you. Corey, thanks again for that amazing email. Shout out to you. Keep doing your thing out there. And hopefully you maybe you reconnect with that friend. He sounds like an early fling, and maybe you guys can reconnect later in life. Maybe that'll be cool. Our next email is from Whitney, who, if I'm not mistaken, based on what the email is saying, it's been a while since we read that email. I think this is Whitney, who a guy was at the strip club and he got killed that night. Mm-hmm. And then we asked Whitney to give us like some tips and crazy stripper stories and stuff like that from her time of being a stripper. Mm-hmm. I think this is the same person. It makes sense that it would be because the email starts off with saying do's and don'ts coming soon. Okay. And I remember saying that in the email. So this is definitely Whitney from San Antonio, Houston, one of those in the Texas area. And I'm really excited about this because this is a mini stripper story. Okay, so this is from Whitney. So it says weird/kink story warning. So it's about to get freaky in here. And I like, sex positive, crazy stories with a twist. So I'm hoping that's what that is if you sent it to us. When I was a dancer, there was a feminine man that would always come in. He didn't dress feminine, nor did he look it. But when you heard him speak, his voice sounded like the guy that went viral for saying, "I'm not gay no more. I have delivered." He was fond of me, my butt in particular. So I would give him dances and even hang with him at his table throughout the night. He was always laughing and joking. One day, he decided to ask me to dance for him privately. I did. He had a wife, so he bought a hotel room for us. I'm assuming that means the three of them.
He did or she did?
He had a wife.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, who bought the hotel?
He had a wife, so he bought a hotel room for us. Okay. I think that means the three of us. Okay. After a few dances, I guess he felt like he could be open with me. No, what she's saying is he had a wife, so I couldn't do it at his house. That's what she's saying. Okay. He had a wife, so he got a hotel for me and him.
Yeah, that's
so very private.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, I thought he meant like he had a wife, so she was involved in the dance too. Oh yeah. He had a wife, so he couldn't bring me home. He had a wife, so he got a hotel room for us.
I thought that happened at the.
Yeah, I thought they had like a champagne room.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought they had a champagne room, but I guess maybe the champagne room was taken, or maybe this particular club didn't have a champagne room. Maybe
under construction.
Maybe TBD.
Yeah.
So he shared a secret with me where he thought he could be open with me. He was into proctophilia.
Oh. I was going to say feet.
Proctophilia.
Google search.
Oh, you like farts. Okay. How do you say it?
It designates being sexually aroused by other people farting. A proctophilia.
All right.
Other people's farts.
A proctophilia. So he was into a proctophilia. He explained to me that he wanted me to specifically eat spaghetti so that I may flatulate in his mouth.
Is spaghetti like gassy? Or?
I don't know. I mean, there's sauce, there's carbs, there's meat.
Carbs.
Yeah, it's dense. Maybe. It's a dense meal. I think I could see spaghetti making you a little gassy.
All right.
I was grossed out. Crazy. Hey, you know something, Whitney? Same.
That's why.
This is crazy.
I have it in an aluminum foil bowl, so you can just eat
it. Go ahead and eat. Let me watch you eat.
Got the plastic top on top of it.
Yeah. I brought you some in a Tupperware. Go ahead and I want to watch you eat it and then bring it back to me from the other end. But no kink shaming. Let's continue. I scrunched up my face and politely told him no. He kept asking and begging, and I kept declining. Is this all in the hotel room?
How'd he ask? I'm really intrigued.
I also feel like he didn't say while she's dancing, it's like grind on me, banana down, and he's like, hey, can I be honest with you? I'm into a proctophilia. I think he said like, can you fart in my mouth?
Yes.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Realistically, I appreciate her cleaning it up and making it professional.
Will you pass gas?
Yeah. Will you please pass gas in my mouth? so Jesus Christ. So he kept asking and begging, and I kept declining. I put my clothes back on and left, and I never saw him again.
Put my clothes back on and broke wind out of the door.
I broke wind to let him know, like, this is what you could have had and you never will have it. She's like, how dare you ask me something like that? I'll see myself out. And then he's like, no, he's trying to catch it. Like, no. Why wouldn't you give it to me? And then she leaves. That's one last fuck you. Almost a decade later, she's dignified. She like takes her coat and like puts it both the ends around herself. Like, how dare you ask me something
Larry
like that?
David theme music plays after
Almost a decade later, 2020 rolls around, and women are making thousands and millions of dollars from these kinds of kinks. And I tell women specifically all the time, but people are DMing you, messaging you about feet, weird shit or whatever, man. Send them a picture of your feet. Yeah. Send them go get some underwear, leave them in the fridge for a couple of days or whatever in the crisper so they get a little sauce on them, and put them in an envelope and mail them. Yeah. Get them. Get all these people you can, man.
Fart in a bottle. Ship it to them.
Or just say you did. Yeah. Just say you farted in a bottle. Here's a bottle of my farts. I think that girl made like $1 million or something like that off of that.
I would not doubt that.
Yeah, no, not at all. So people are making all this money off these kinks. I regret not taking him up on that offer. I was home quarantined, wishing I still had his number. I fumbled the bag. You did? Yeah, you did. I could have been a proctophilia pioneer. You really.
There's no shame.
There's no shame?
No shame.
You know something? Sometimes you got to fumble the bag to get the knowledge to know that it won't happen again next time. Yeah. So when you get approached by somebody and they're like, will you shit on my chest? And you go, you know what I mean? Like when you start rolling it back and you go,
I don't know about that one.
Last time, I fumbled this bag. This time, I don't think so.
That's a different bag.
Squatty potty. Never fumble the bag twice.
Introducing the Planet Fitness, you can still join a gym in 2022 sale. Join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry, deal ends Friday, December 30th. See Home Club for details.
All right, here we go. Whoa. This email is titled, The Murder of My Mail Carrier.
Excuse me?
The Murder of My Mail Carrier.
Okay. I'm hooked.
Yeah, all right. I'm in. I'm already in. Yeah. First off, love the show, and I'm a huge fan. Y'all were my #1 podcast on Spotify this year for good reason.
Ooh, thank you.
My name is Jared. Feel free to use that on the pod if you end up reading this. Well, guess what, Jared? It's happening.
Jared.
I was going to do it. Never mind. I was going to do a Subway thing, but he's canceled for good reason. Oh. He's like a pedophile. Yeah. But Jared, not this Jared. Not this Jared. This is the Jared. That's Jared. That's what we're going to go there. The jewelry store. I don't know if they have them where Jared lives.
I have a coworker named Jared.
Is he's not a pedophile, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
I go, Jared. That's how I say his name.
Oh, that's how you say. Oh, that was an inside joke that you did. I was like, I didn't know that reference.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got that.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it was a reference to Subway.
No.
I was like, I didn't see that commercial, so I just assumed it was a Subway commercial reference. Anyway, I don't want to freak Fran out too much with that headline, but I had to tell you guys the story of the time my mom witnessed a murder, and I almost did too. When I was just a 6th grader. One day, I stayed home sick from school, 100% faking it, by the way. Fun times. I'd been hanging out in my room in the basement all day, and in the early afternoon, I went upstairs to tell something to my mom. I walked into the room where she was and found her in hysterics, saying, "That man just shot Gloria." Oh my God. And I was confused because as a kid, I wasn't on a first name basis with our mail carrier, Gloria. My mom was in a room in our house with the windows looking outside. She heard gunshots and looked out and saw a man shooting at something in the street in front of the mail Jeep. At first, she thought he was a temp mailman.
Mail Jeep? What year was this?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. At first, she thought he was a temp mailman who'd been attacked by a dog or something. Oh, because it wasn't Gloria. Got it. So she's like, that's not Gloria, but that must be another mailman because I see the mail Jeep and he must be shooting at a dog. That's what his mom didn't find it weird that a male person would have a gun? This must be the 80s. I'll continue. Yeah, so Jared said the reason for that he thinks is because his mom probably thought a murder was just so inconceivable to her. As it turned out, I entered the room right after it happened. So if I'd come upstairs a little sooner, I likely would have witnessed it as well. All I saw was him walk back up to the front steps, sit down, and calmly wait for the police to arrive. This is definitely an ex. That's the energy of a crazy ex. Turns out that our mail carrier had recently left an abusive relationship, and her ex-boyfriend, Ronald, murdered her. Wow. He was a former postal worker as well, so he knew how the mail system worked. His son rented the house at the end of our block, and Ronald had secretly made himself a key. He sent a certified letter to his son, which would be delivered on a day he knew no one would be home. Wow. He knew Gloria would have to knock on the door to get the signature, and he was waiting for her.
Very strategic.
Wow, this is super planned out. This is premeditated at the definition of that. As soon as he answered the door and she saw him, she fled. But he chased after her and shot her in the front yard. Then, when she collapsed in the street, he shot her more to ensure that she was dead. Wow. When I Googled this case to refresh my memory, I found more info. Ronald was found guilty and sentenced to life with no parole. There's no death penalty in Iowa. That's why he wasn't sentenced to the death penalty. But eventually filed an appeal to get his first-degree murder conviction reduced to second-degree murder. Seems impossible. The appeal failed, and the info in that ruling is even more disturbing. He had arrived at the house at 8:45 in the morning, then lied in wait until Gloria knocked on the door at 1:30 p.m. He had rented a van with tinted windows, then taken out the back seats and covered the whole interior with black plastic. He parked it in his son's garage that morning, then cleared all the snow out of the driveway so no one would know. The house is on a corner, and the street with the driveway is much busier, so no one ever used it. He also had with him, just inside the front door, a sawed-off shotgun, a .44 caliber pistol with extra ammo for both guns, a sharpened knife, a large metal club, which I assume is something like an aluminum baseball bat, duct tape, and 2 pre-cut lengths of rope with loops on the end. Ronald had clearly planned something much darker than murder. I've attached the appeal ruling if you want to read more, but I'll warn you, it's pretty dark, so we're probably going to not read that. There was also a long history of abuse, and Ronald was a classic abuser. They'd been on and off again for a few years and had multiple police interactions, and he was on probation for a previous attack against her. He had actually lost his 25-plus year career with the Postal Service because of his prior harassment charge against Gloria at work. He had told her for years that someday he would enact his 3-step plan: quit his job, sell his house, and kill her. Wow. Which is exactly what he did. This was a crazy thing to happen in our quiet neighborhood. Nothing remotely similar has ever happened in the area before or since. My parents no longer live in that house, but they still own it. My niece and her family live there now, and it's just as quiet as it was when I was a kid a decade ago. So, yeah, the early 2010, mid 2000s, 2010ish. You'd never know something so violent occurred there. Whoo, Jared, thank you for that.
Oh, so that was recent then.
Yeah, within the last 10 years.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
You
10
said
years
Jeep.
ago.
I was like, what? Jeep?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask Jared why they drive Jeeps in Iowa.
That's probably just what he called it. They used to have Jeeps. That's why I said what year was it?
Like a Barbie Jeep, like with no doors or anything, like that kind of thing, or like a Jeep,
Like a Jeep.
like you could take the top off of if you wanted to.
No, not like that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like
I'm picturing like a chill mailman, ripped up with some short shorts on.
Yeah, I wonder if she knew that
The mom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, the lady that was killed. I want to know if she knew that the guy's son owned that house.
Well, I mean, we'll never know. I don't know. I guess I could read the thing, but I'm not going to do it.
But
right now.
it's
That's
like
crazy.
this happens. I mean, not nobody getting killed, but this happens a lot. Where there's been a couple situations now that I know of that when mail carriers been harassed by their
former lovers,
abusive lovers, and
on their route,
and they have to move them to another station. So that person is like following them. We see that happen a lot
because you could just see them out on the street.
See them in the street. So if like you gotta like move them to another station, they can't work it. You like
once that happens,
once they let the people like managers and stuff know.
Yeah, it's like you can't work that anymore because then we're liable.
Yeah,
right?
you can't
it's
work.
Probably something like that.
Something like that. You can't work that area anymore.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man, that's scary.
That's really scary. Okay, so we're gonna do one last email before we get out of here, and it's gonna be a holiday one from Amethyst. We're gonna call her Amy. The title is "My Family is Whack." It goes as follows.
Wait, her name is Amethyst?
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Yeah. I think it's like a stone.
Purple, I think.
Purple stone. Yeah. We're gonna call her Amy though, because that's how she ends her email. Before we get to it, so the email goes: "Hey, Alvin and Fran, love the show. Wishing you a happy and healthy holiday season. And please use my Patreon fees to take Fran to a museum and settle this dinosaur debate. You can use my name. I'm not afraid of my relatives. So anyway.
Wait, what? Relatives?
Yeah, I guess this is a story about her relatives. And she's like, I don't care if they know it's me that said
I
it.
thought she was talking about like dinosaurs are her relatives.
Well, they're really, when you think about it, they're all our relatives, Frank. Just prehistorically, like they came before us. They were here before us. And, they entrusted us to take care of the planet, which we are failing at. Hey, listen, global warming is really taking a catastrophic toll on the planet. And that's humans' fault. So maybe we'd be better off with the dinosaurs if they were here.
If they ever was here.
But I'm going to continue my email. The more you know. So anyways, my family is nuts. I was watching some over-dramatized HLN show, and the narrator named the location as Spring Lake Park, Minnesota. Instantly, I perked up because that's near my house. A little further in, the narrator says the name of the perpetrator, and holy shit if it's not my cousin. I don't actually know him because the family fell apart when grandma died, and I have 700 cousins. My cousin met a woman on Plenty of Fish. 2011, but still, red flag. She invited him over in the middle of the night to watch a movie. Now, a little Netflix and chill. Okay. He came on to her and she asked him to leave. Turns out he didn't. He later broke into her house, kidnapped her at knife point, put her in the trunk of her car, stole her family's Christmas presents, all while her 5-year-old was home. He drove around with her for hours and finally let her go with that, if you tell on me, I'll come back and kill you threat. The badass drove to work and called the cops, and he was arrested and went to prison. She was cut with the knife, not stabbed, and not sexually assaulted, and her child was not harmed. But that's the story of the time I found out my cousin is a monster.
Wow. I
skipped a lot of the details, but I attached an article if you want to fact check me. I also have a Jesus. I think I'm going through puberty. I also have a cousin who shot her boyfriend, and her brother staged a robbery to steal their own drugs.
Wow.
Where's the logic? I also have an uncle that got shot in a drive-by, and my dad swears he was surrounded by a biker gang in California, and surprisingly, they're all still alive. Anyways, love the show. 2023 is going to be better for us all.
I will hope so.
Yeah, I hope so, but don't say that. You said it. I already said it. Now I said it.
It's going to be a movie.
They said it has to be. It could be a movie. Let's just hope it's not 2012 or
it can get real bad.
Armageddon or something like that.
Aliens.
So that was let's hope it's not Alien versus Predator. That was an awesome email from Amy about their crazy family. Wow. And if you want to send more crazy family emails, that email is affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Go ahead and put TFTH on that. Leave a nice title after that, and we'll get to it as soon as possible. Again, we cannot do Tales from the Hood without your emails. So please send them in. Yeah. Don't be afraid to expose your family. Just leave, hey man, don't say my name on this one, or call me this name, or whatever. Or again, also, they don't have to be your stories. Are you the keeper of a family secret and you have to just get it off your chest, but you can't tell anybody because then you'd be embarrassed? Email us, tell us the hot goss, and then just say, hey man, don't say my name. Or leave it untitled, as has happened before in the past. Affirmativemurder@gmail.com. If you want to leave us a voice note, a long, detailed message. Maybe you want to tell your story in pictures. I'd accept that. Like the Egyptians. You want to leave us like hieroglyphs, and we'll try to translate those. Do what you need to do, but just get that email into us so we can have content for our podcast. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Everything's content. You're living your life. Are you really living your life if you didn't film it, record it, or take pictures of it? The answer is no. So, therefore, fire up that email. Write us a long submission and be a part of history, man. Join us. Be a part of this podcast. This is magnificent things happening for us coming soon. 2023 is going to be our year. I plan on doing live shows, OnlyFans, cooking classes, master classes to teach other people how to do mediocre podcasting. We plan on doing it all. Fran's going to show you how to sign up to be a mailman and then put in 20 long years of a career and then retire with that pension. Am I right, Fran?
I won't be doing that.
Okay, well, you can tell other people. Those who don't do, teach. But again, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Get those submissions in. We would love to hear from you guys, whether that's just by written form or, again, if you want to send us in an audio submission. The bar is high, but get them in if you feel confident. Let's just keep it 2 to 4 minutes. That'd be great. Get to the juice. Okay? Get to the juice. What's that, Fran? GTTJ. Get to that juice. We can save the formalities for later. Again, affirmativemurder@gmail.com. Thank you guys very much. This will be the last Tales from the Hood before the new year kicks over. But this won't start. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah. This is coming out on the last day of Hanukkah and the day after Christmas. But still got New Year, so Happy New Year's to you guys, and we'll see you guys. This will be continuing until obviously the show kicks back up. But Tales from the Hood, man, be a part of it. Having so much fun. And until then, Fran,
always be on the lookout. What is that from? What show does that?
All of them.
Oh, they do.
Family? No,
Family Feud doesn't.
No. The Price? No.
I couldn't figure out which show.
Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. We nailed it. We found it. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Introducing the Planet Fitness, you can still join a gym in 2022 sale. Join a clean and spacious Planet Fitness today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry, deal ends Friday, December 30th. See Home Club for details.